Hello students, we will discuss in this video about the alkylation of the carbonyl compounds. That means here alkylation of the enolates. So generally from the carbonyl compounds in the presence of the alkali medium, it means a basic medium, we will get the enolates. Okay, so enolates are in addition with the particular alkali halides that in carbonyl compounds hydrogens are replaced by the alkyl groups. That's why here it is a alkylation reaction through the enolate formation. So here actually here by using the different reagents you can get the alkylated products. That means here that alkylated products are reso-selective, means that means regomeric products will get. Okay, so here in this case LDA, that LDA means here lithium diisopropyl amide. Okay, lithium diisopropyl amide, this is isopropyl, this is also isopropyl. Okay, this one carries a negative charge, this one carries a positive charge. This is the LDA, lithium diisopropyl amide. It is a strong base actually. So and of course it is a larger in size, so and a strong base. Now here whenever compared to NaOH, it is a strong base. Okay, and they are also larger in size. So in this case LDA is given and sodium hydride is given and NaOET is given. Okay, it is also base, it is a base, it is also base. So here in the presence of the base, first of all here that's remove the hydrogen. Okay, so here in the particular case we should use a strong base. Why? Because the total percentage of the total concentration of the ketone must be converted into carbanion. That means here that base must be strong. That should remove the hydrogen from the total compound. That means here if it is 1 mole, that 1 mole must be converted into carbanion, is nothing but enolate ion. That means here O minus double bond. Okay, so here why? Because if the total percentage of this carbonyl group is not converted into enol form, we can get the aldol reaction. For suppose here the some amount of this ketone is converted into enolate, that means carbanion. Here if it is some amount of the concentration is remains, so this nucleophile attacks on this carbon. That means here it is a aldol type reaction takes place. That's why here you must use the strong base. The strong base convert the total concentration of the ketone into enolate. Now here in this case substitution takes place simply, so here we'll get the alkylated product. Okay, that's it. So of course it is a symmetrical base here on either carbon. Here substitution takes place, here there is no confusion. But whenever using unsymmetrical ketone, so here may alkylation takes place on this carbon or alkylation takes place on this carbon. So whenever using the LDA at minus 78 degrees centigrade, so here we will get the that less stable enolate. That means here that remove the hydrogen from the less hindered carbon. Okay, so here in this case of course it is stabilized by the resonance actually. Okay, it is a less substituted enolate. Okay, less substituted enolate. So but here in the case of the sodium hydride and NaOH, so generally this reaction takes place at room temperature. So that room temperature means here that thermodynamically more stable enolate we will get. Okay, the thermodynamically more stable enolate means, so in this case we can take like this. That means here pi bond, here pi bond. In this case O minus, this is thermally more stable unit. Here in this case by using LDA at minus 78 degrees centigrade, that means at very low temperature. At low temperature we will get the kinetically stable unit. That means your primary carbanion is stable than the secondary carbanion. Okay, so here in this case in LDA, that LDA remove the hydrogen from the less substituted carbon. But in case of the sodium hydride, NaOH or NaOET, that at room temperature, here temperature must be here mentioned like this. So okay, here this at room temperature, that means it considered as a high temperature. At a high temperature thermally more stable enolate is formed. So here in this case here the alkylation takes place on this that means here on this terminal carbon. Okay, so here in this case the alkylation takes place on this carbon, that means internal carbon. So here double bond over here CH3. Okay, the main point is aldehyde minus 78 degrees centigrade. We should consider that kinetically stable enolate. Generally, we are saying this one. LDA is a strong, a bulky base. That's why it remove the hydrogen from the less substituted carbon. Okay, actually, it's not a correct statement. That LDA at minus 78 degrees centigrade, that gives a that means kinetically controlled product. That means that the hydrogen is removed from the primary carbon, because primary carbon is stable. It is a kinetically controlled. It depends on the stability of the reaction intermediate, and then it is converted to enol, of course. Okay, but at room temperature you get the thermally more stable enolate. So you should get to get the thermally more stable enolate, that hydrogen from the removed from this carbon. Okay, that's it. So now here some more examples here by using LDA at minus 78 degrees centigrade. So that remove the hydrogen from the less substituted carbon. So double bond O here Me and this negative charge. Okay. So this one attacks on this alkali halide. So substitution takes place on different side. So here CH2 and Br. Okay, now by using NaOH that's remove the hydrogen. Actually this reaction takes place at room temperature, so that base remove the hydrogen from this more substituted carbon only, so we'll get the carbanion at this one. So substitution takes place. So here double bond O, in this case methyl, CH2 and this pH. Okay, that's a very important example, this one. Now let us discuss some more examples of this alkylation reactions. So here in this case LD at minus 78 degrees centigrade, that remove the hydrogen from this carbon, so less substituted carbon, so double bond O here, pH here negative charge. Okay, so by using NaOH, that gives the more substituted enolate, so that means here this one. Okay, of course here by the enolization, so we will get the more stable enolate, but in this case less stable enolate, pi bond here, this one pH. Okay, that's it. So next here, that one more important question, that is a that means ethyl acetate. Okay, this is, or acetic ester. So these hydrogens are the more acidic, because these hydrogens are between two electron withdrawing groups. Okay, so first of all that hydrogen is removed, so double bond O here Et, this negative charge. Okay, so here negative charge, that acting as nucleophile, so SN2 type reaction takes place, so double bond O here, double bond O here Et, and this is ethyl. Okay, that is the alkylation. Now here by using two equivalents of the base, here in this case after removal of the proton from this carbon, here next proton is removed from this carbon, because this is also alpha hydrogen to the electron withdrawing group. So slightly these hydrogens are acidic in nature, so carbanion will get, this is a dicarbanion. So now here between these two, which is a more nucleophilic, which is attacked by the ethyl. So generally here this negative charge is involved in a conjugation with both groups. That means here double bond O here, in this case minus double bond O here Et. Okay, or this carbanion is involved in conjugation with this keto group. Okay, so that means here this negative charge is dispersed by the two electron withdrawing groups, but this negative charge is dispersed by the only one withdrawing group. So here in this case, which is more nucleophilic, this is the more nucleophilic, so attacks on this case. So here double bond O here, in this case this is the ethyl, so double bond O here Et. Okay, so what is this is the difference of the alkylation. Okay, so here second base remove the hydrogen from this carbon, so between these two carbanions, this carbanion is more nucleophilic, because this carbanion, this negative charge is dispersed by the two electron withdrawing groups, but in this case this negative charge is dispersed by the only one withdrawing group. So it is compared to this one, it is a more charged site, that's why it is acting as strong nucleophile, attacks on the alkyl iodide. Okay, that's it. And next some more examples of the similar type. So in this case butyl lithium, that butyl lithium remove the hydrogen from the acidic carboxylic acid, and here next hydrogen is removed from this case. Okay, first hydrogen, and next hydrogen is removed from this one here, Ar negative. So of course it is slightly stabilized by the resonance with CO group, as well as this aryl means here it is a benzene ring So here this carbon is stable. That means here the conjugate base is stable. So it is a hydrogen slightly acidic in nature. Okay, that's it. So now here this one on reaction with any alkyl halide. So here this O minus and C minus, which is the more nucleophilic. Here C minus is a more nucleophilic. So generally, so here O double bond O, here pH, here alkyl group, followed by acid workup, will get the OH double bond O, here phenyl, here alkyl group. That's it. Okay. So now here next LDA at minus 78 degrees centigrade. So we'll get the enolate from this one. This LDA remove the hydrogen from this carbon. So next here OET. So this one on reaction with alkyl iodides here, this acting as nucleophile. So here substitution like this. OET, here this one or okay. Next yeah, this is a nitro compound or cyano compound. It is a base that remove the hydrogen from this carbon. So we will get the NO2, that means a CN, negatively charged carbon. So attacks on this carbon, nucleophilic substitution takes place. Okay, carbanion formation, that means acting as nucleophile. Then here furtherly that SN2 type reaction. So now in this case, these hydrogens are acidic in nature. So that those hydrogens are removed by the that K2CO3. So here nucleophile substitution, intramolecular nucleophile substitution. So we'll get the 5-membered ring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here 5-membered ring with the NO2 group, intramolecular substitution. Okay, that's it. Now here the last example, so very important. So here double bond O, negative charge. So on both side same carbon, so symmetrical it is. So from either carbon hydrogen can be removed. So these two are the intermediate products. So here carbanion and enolate. Now here, so generally in this one polar protic solvent, in polar protic solvent here smaller size anions are more solvated. So here O minus and C minus, which is more solvated actually. Okay, O minus and C minus, which is more solvated. O minus is a more solvated. Okay, because your oxygen is smaller in size, so it is a more solvated. So here in this case this carbon is a less solvated. So here this nucleophilic substitution takes place on the carbon. Okay, so because here C minus and O minus, here C minus is less solvated by the polar solvent. Okay, that's why here in this case this carbon is a strong nucleophile than this oxygen. Okay, it is more solvated. So it is a smaller in size. It is more solvated by the polar solvent. That's why here alkylation takes place on the carbon. That means here it is a C alkylation reaction. Okay, it is a C alkylation reaction. Now in this case, DMSO, that is our polar aprotic solvent. In polar aprotic solvent, here that smaller atoms are more nucleophilic. In polar aprotic solvents, smaller atoms are more nucleophilic. For example, F minus and I minus, which is more nucleophilic in DMSO, F minus. Or suppose which is more nucleophilic in water, that is I minus is more nucleophilic. So here the smaller size atoms are the more nucleophilic in that polar aprotic solvent, and larger size nucleophiles are more reactive in polar protic solvent. Okay, so in DMSO, so smaller size one, that means your oxygen is smaller size, so here this one readily attacks. So here in this case, so double bond OCS. Okay, this is the product. Okay, this is the O alkylation reaction. Okay, O alkylation reaction. That means here O minus and C minus in DMSO, which is a more nucleophilic. In aprotic solvents here smaller size atoms, smaller size anions are more nucleophilic. That means O minus C minus, O minus is more nucleophilic. So alkylation takes place on the oxygen. Okay. So in polar solvent, O minus C minus, which is more nucleophilic, C minus is more nucleophilic because O minus is smaller in size, so that is more solvated. So C minus is a more nucleophilic, so that is a C alkylation takes place. Okay, now here with acid halide, actually here that more nucleophilic oxygen attacks on this case. Okay, so here the product is completely different. So O and C double bond O, pi bond and CH. Okay, with acid halide, Okay, that acylation on the oxygen takes place. Now here by treating the tertiary alkali halide. Okay, of course a solvent is not mentioned, but the tertiary alkali halide, this is the carbanion as well as a conjugate base. So here tertiary alkali halides, here the primary alkali halide substitution takes place, but it is a tertiary alkali halide. On the tertiary alkali halide substitution is not possible, so that's why here elimination takes place. Okay, that means it is converted to that is enol. So now this enol is also converted to keto form. Okay, so because the elimination takes place by the removal of the hydrogen, H plus removal by the O minus, that's it, removal of the Cl minus will get the isobutene as well as ketone compound. Okay, because tertiary alkali halides are less reactive in substitution like these two cases. Okay, so your elimination dominates. Okay, because it is a conjugate base as well as a nucleophile. So this with this nucleophile on the simply halide substitution, with this nucleophile on bulky halides, elimination takes place. Okay, so it is the alkylation of the carbonyl compounds, that means enolates. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.